lost psalms weren't banned in some grand conspiracy. So who were these figures who decided which psalms made it in? Was it some secret council? The truth is a lot less dramatic and more complicated. There wasn't a single moment of banning. Instead, these psalms were slowly sidelined over centuries through a long process of standardization. The key to understanding this is the difference between two ancient versions of the Old Testament: the Masoretic text and the Septuagint. The Masoretic text is the authoritative Hebrew Bible, meticulously preserved by Jewish scribes between the 7th and 10th centuries AD. It became the standard for Rabbinic Judaism, and much later, for Protestant Old Testament translations. This tradition recognized only 150 psalms. The Septuagint, however, is a much older Greek translation of the Hebrew scriptures from around the 3rd century BC. It was made for Greek-speaking Jews and was the main version of the Old Testament used by early Christians. The Septuagint was based on different older Hebrew manuscripts and included books and psalms, like Psalm 151, that were not in the later Masoretic text. The danger, then, was really a threat to uniformity. As Rabbinic Judaism worked to establish a single authoritative set of scriptures, the Masoretic text became that standard. Texts outside of it, like our lost psalms, were eventually considered apocryphal or non-canonical. When early Protestant reformers began translating the Bible, they made the critical decision to rely on the Hebrew Masoretic text for the Old Testament, believing it was more original. As a result, they set aside the extra books and psalms found in the Septuagint. The Orthodox and Catholic traditions, however, continued to value the Septuagint, which is why Psalm 151 can still be found in some of their Bibles today. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls threw a wrench in everything. They gave us a snapshot of a time when the biblical canon was still in flux, with different Jewish communities using different collections of psalms. There wasn't just one Bible, but several variations. Lost psalms weren't banned in some grand conspiracy. They were casualties of a long process of standardization, where one textual tradition, the Masoretic, won out. The danger they posed was the messy, inconvenient truth that the Word of God was once far more diverse than we're often led to believe. The story of the lost psalms is a powerful reminder that history is written by the victors, and that includes religious history.